Hard to believe it's upon us already. Saturday marks the 20th anniversary of the 9/11 attacks in New York City, D.C., and Pennsylvania. There are many Western New Yorkers who helped in the aftermath of those attacks. Today, Allie Peters spoke with a Red Cross volunteer who went to provide mental health services to families. So, Allie, we'll start with this. What was her experience like?
Madam Peggy McGee-Smith has helped provide mental health services after disasters before, but she said she had never experienced something like the tragedy of 9/11. For 6 weeks total, she comforted hundreds of families whose lives had been changed forever.
We were not at all prepared for this kind of disaster.
The day of the shocking 9/11 attacks, Peggy McGee-Smith, a mental health volunteer with Western New York's Red Cross, rented a car and headed to New York City to help. And she wasn't the only one.
When I walked into the chapter, the Red Cross chapter in Manhattan, there were probably thousands of people there wanting to volunteer.
After the shelter, Peggy went to an armory to assist families. She recalls people coming in with pictures of their missing loved ones.
A young girl who came in and she had a picture of her brother, and she was in tears, and she said, "I want to hang his picture, and I have no place to hang it." That's how many pictures were already up in this building.
For weeks, Peggy used her mental health background to support victims and their families, oftentimes speaking with them for hours.
I think that our ability to listen at the time when people needed to talk was very important. It may be the first person they speak to after this. So that can have a great impact on how they recover.
Peggy recalls actress Elizabeth Taylor and Hillary Clinton coming to hear families' stories. And although faced with an unimaginable tragedy, Peggy says the city came together.
People couldn't do enough for each other. Cab drivers who would come and pick up workers, or restaurants who would feed families or workers. We were very kind to each other while we were there. I think nobody wanted any more pain.
Now, to honor the many lives lost on 9/11, there are a number of events in Monroe County taking place this weekend. We have a full list for you at rochesterfirst.com. Live in the studio, Allie Peters, News 8.
Nobody wanted any more pain. What insight, Allie. Thank you. By the way, you can join us Saturday morning here on WROC. Starting at 8 a.m., we're going to have a half-hour special. It's called 9/11 20th Anniversary We Remember. And we're going to look back at the heroes, the victims, the survivors of that day.